welcome to another episode of the Club and Resort Talks podcast. I'm Rob Thomas, editor-in-chief of Club and Resort Business Magazine, and we've got a lot to get to today. But let's start with our sponsor, Crestcore. When your business is on a roll, make sure it's with Crestcore's hot cabinets, ovens, utility cabinets, racks, dollies, and a host of other Crestcore quality products. A family-owned company, Crestcore has been a moving force in the food service industry since 1936 and is centrally headquartered near beautiful Cleveland, Ohio. With more than 275,000 square feet of state-of-the-art manufacturing and distribution facilities, we have made a commitment to unsurpassed reliability and superb customer service. Learn more at crestcore.com. Before we get to the news, I want to tell you a little bit about our guest, Kevin Imes, founder and CEO of ReelGOLF. ReelGOLF is in the news recently because they have installed some technology at Pebble Beach Resort's the Hay short course designed by Tiger Woods himself. On the ninth hole, for instance, there's a camera behind the tee. You can't really see it. It's just out of the way, but it's recording the tee box. You take your phone, scan a QR code, enter your phone number, and it records your shot to the ninth green. Signature, I think it's called the Tiger hole. It's got a signature blueprint, fingerprint on there. Little swale in the middle. So if by chance you're lucky enough to get a hole in one, it is going to not only be captured on video, but it'll be sent to your phone within minutes. And your name will be on there, the course name and logos, everything's right there. It's being beta tested right now. There's a camera also behind the green that's recording the ball, hopefully landing on the green. So anyways, we talk about that with Kevin and everything going on there at ReelGOLF. It's exciting stuff, and I'm hoping my home course of Stonewater finds a way to get this on their golf course. It's really going to enhance league night. I know it can go on any course. The technology, it's Starlink up there in the sky. Bosch cameras, so state-of-the-art stuff, top-of-the-line stuff, and it's being beta tested right now on the Hay, the ninth hole on the Hay. So you can do it right now. You can put your greens fees down, and then when you come to that ninth hole, make sure you hit the QR code. But anyways, I talked to Kevin about everything going on, so excited to share that with everybody. So without further ado, let's get to the news so we can get to Kevin. In a significant milestone for Hunters Run Country Club, the CEO and general manager Larry Savvides officially cut the ribbon, marking the completion of the Boynton Beach, Florida club's $9.58 million East Golf Course renovation, East Coast, West Coast. I got a wrap on my mind. Designed by Kipp Schulties Golf Designs, the updated 18-hole course, one of three at Hunters Run, is currently in its growing phase following construction, which began in March of 2024. There is so much going on at Hunters Run. It seems like every other week we're getting another press release of a new addition there. So it's really exciting times down in Boynton Beach. Up next, Jonathan's Landing Golf Club, also in Florida, nestled along the intercoastal waterways of Jupiter, completed a comprehensive renovation project led by golf course designer Bo Welling and his firm, Bo Welling Design. The multifaceted renovation includes significant infrastructure updates and design alterations to the village course at Jonathan's Landing, as well as new and improved practice facilities to enhance the experience for current members and future generations. As part of the renovation, Welling, along with BWD Vice President Scott Benson and Senior Design Associates Amanda Barbie and Hunter Rigsby, revitalized the championship layout to increase playability, address course strategy, and encourage thought-provoking and enjoyable rounds for golfers of all skill levels. So I mean, there's no mistake. A lot of stuff happening in Florida right now, the epicenter of the club and resort business, obviously. So Jonathan's Landing, Hunter's Run. Exciting, exciting times. To step away from Florida somewhat, because there is some Florida involved in this story, but more of a national scale. The club foundation announced the 2024 Wilmer H. Kendall Scholars. This highly competitive scholarship provides funding for club management professionals to complete all the professional development programs needed to obtain their CCM designation. The Wilmore H. Kendall Scholarship was established in memory of 1998 Club Management Association of America President Wilmer Bill Kendall. Kendall was well known for his heartfelt openness to mentoring aspiring professionals in the industry. He was a strong supporter of CMAA and dedicated countless hours as the chapter and national volunteer. Good on those 11 professionals. You can see exactly who they are and what club they are with at clubandresortbusiness.com. You can also read more about the previous stories I told and everything. Catch up to it as well as look at past podcasts. Just scroll down a little bit, and there it is, the podcasts. Most recently, we had Spencer Potter from Club Grub talking about the trends they're seeing from 2024 and going forward. That was exciting. I'm going to see Spencer down in Orlando next week for the PGA show. Also going to see Kevin Imes in Orlando at the PGA show. They have a booth as well. So without further ado, let's get to Kevin Imes, CEO, founder of ReelGOLF, to talk about what's going on in the technology side.
All
Hello,
right.
welcome back to the Club and Resort Talks podcast. I'm joined by Kevin Imes, founder and CEO of ReelGOLF. Kevin, welcome to the podcast.
Hey, glad to be here.
Hey, Kevin, we're all talking about, I mean, origin stories are big in the Marvel universe, right? So if you could give us an origin of ReelGOLF, how did it get started and what exactly is ReelGOLF?
Oh man. So a few years back, a buddy of mine and we went to the old course at St. Andrews. And, when I was at the old course at St. Andrews, I was wondering why I didn't have any way to actually record that moment. I mean, because it's the first time we were ever on the course. So I came back to Austin inspired to create a technology that could record those moments, those special moments on golf courses and get them to players within minutes of taking a shot.
That is fantastic. And I guess I came to hear about ReelGOLF because of a partnership with Pebble Beach. I mean, that's the granddaddy out here in the United States, obviously, and you're doing something at the Hay. Can you tell us a little bit how that partnership kind of came about?
Yeah, we reached out to Pebble last year and we had some really good footage that came from several other courses. Said, hey, we really, really think that this would be a really good technology for you to test out on the Hay because the Hay is just perfect for it. I mean, the views are amazing. Hole number 9 is awesome. And over a period of time, we went out there, beta tested initially, set up a system. They loved the footage, and the rest is history. Yeah, we got a partnership with them and have been moving forward with getting their system online, and it's online right now and being used.
What you're at not just the Hay, you're at other courses as well, correct?
So the first part of our relationship with Pebble is just on the Hay, but we've got several other courses that we're actually on
Okay,
that are not owned by Pebble Beach.
oh yeah, certainly.
Yes.
I posted on LinkedIn right away that I want Stonewater Golf Club here in Highland Heights, Ohio, to put this on one of the par threes for league night. I would love to be able to record every time I'm on that particular, good or bad. But if by chance I get that elusive hole in one, I want to have it on video, right?
Yes, you do, Rob. And what's interesting is that when we went out and beta tested our system out at Paynes Valley, we recorded two hole-in-ones back to back. Never amateur golfers, two hole-in-ones back to back. They had no idea that we were there, doing our testing. But we had the good coverage and we sent it out to them, and the players were just so giddy that they actually got their shot recorded.
So now, what's the process? From what I understand, it's a QR code on your phone, and then afterwards it's sent to you within minutes. Is that
That's
correct?
it. Yeah. So you basically scan our QR code, that's on the tee box. You enter your phone number because we have to have a way to be able to send it back to you. If you want to put your name and have your name in the video, you can do that as well. Hit record. It records your shots. It layers in shot tracing, and then it sends you a link to your video within minutes of finishing the hole.
That is spectacular. And who would not want their name, the hay at Pebble Beach, and a shot tracer, whether you hit the green or not, hopefully you hit the green. And there's a big funnel in the middle of that green too. So when the pin's just in that spot, chances of hole in one have got to be increased, I would
Yeah,
imagine.
actually, Tiger calls that the thumbprint.
Okay.
Yep, he designed that hole with a thumbprint in it. That's what he called it.
And appropriately named the Tiger, I believe that particular hole.
That's the Tiger hole. Yep.
All right, so it's early on in the hay process, but what is some of the feedback that you're receiving from the hay, but also other courses you've worked with?
Oh, it's great. It's the feedback is great. More importantly, the feedback from the players. We have a chance to actually create a dialogue with a lot of the players, and when they get their video, they're just so excited. They share it. It gets shared into social media, and that's the beautiful part of what I wanted to bring forward was a way for someone to, hey, have a video you can share with your friends. So what you're seeing is an uptick in the opportunity for golf courses to expand their marketing uh, capabilities by letting organic video be sent out by their customers into social media. So they're seeing anywhere from 10 to 20 impressions with every video that's being created.
So golf courses are being paid to have people play their golf courses and then talk about it, correct? They're not sending money
Right.
out.
No, exactly. Exactly. So, I mean, yeah, take, for instance, if you had 10,000 players use our system, you're looking at a 100,000 to 200,000 reach that you didn't have before. Some simple math.
It sounds like found money to me. Now my mind first goes when I hear about Pebble Beach. My mind first goes to number seven. It's an iconic hole, right? Now, how do you integrate a system? Now, I'm not saying you're not on number seven, but how do you integrate a system like Real Golf to be kind of like aesthetically pleasing, right? You don't want cameras all over. You don't want the towers there during the tournament, but regular play. How are you incorporating your technology so it's not so intrusive?
Yeah. So for Pebble, let's take the hay for it's a really good example. Um, the tee box for number nine is right in the middle of the golf course. So we had to actually position our camera over about 120 yards away near a parking lot. And then the system that we're using is a system it's made by Bosch. The cameras go on aircraft carriers. So we're actually able to zoom in 10 to 12x, which is a pretty high zoom, at least for a camera that's that far away and that type of camera, to really bring the players into view. So in other words, the cameras are discreetly placed. In all of our courses, we discreetly place them. And if I were to tell you, if you didn't have a camera right behind you, I'd ask you, where's the camera? You'd be looking around going, I have no idea where the camera is. Which makes it kind of nice. And number seven is, you know, if we have an opportunity to put our system on number seven, we've already scoped it out. There are places for us to put cameras where you're just not going to see it. They're just going to be discreet.
Man, I'll tell you, I mean, it seems like a no-brainer to me. Number seven is maybe the iconic golf hole. I don't know if Augusta National is going to put it on number 12. I mean, they're pretty private golf course, but for Pebble Beach, a resort, a public access course to have access to that particular iconic hole, fingers are crossed that Pebble watches and say, you know what? I'm sure they've already thought about it. I'm not introducing anything new. So each hole, each golf course you go to, say you want to go to Stonewater Golf Club here in Highland Heights, Ohio, or some municipal. There's a golf course down in Streetsboro, Ohio that has a little island green signature hole. Any course can put the system up.
Any course that wants to have it can actually put the system in. We actually use Starlink for all of our communication backbone. So what that means is that we're not dependent on integrating into any fiber or any type of communication infrastructure that the course has. We bolt everything onto our own Starlink antenna and we send it up. And we found that that's the most efficient way for us to deploy these systems.
So easy peasy. What's the process as far as going to a golf course and putting this up? Are we talking about it like a 1 day process, a handful of hours, talking a week, or what are we doing?
Just for regular video recording technology that we have, we come out and we scope the project first, and then we design the system. And then when we come out there, if it's a two-camera system, it's about a 3-day install.
All right. Two camera system, one behind, one in behind the
Yes.
green as well, right?
That's right. That's right. And it doesn't stop play at all.
Mhm.
Because we're not actually on the hole. We're like behind the hole. We're hanging out, in trees or, in some instances, like in Florida, swamps, you know,
Yeah.
uh, yeah, just all over the place. So yeah, the course does not close for us.
All right. So you got to watch for the gators while your guys are putting the stuff up. But aside from
Oh my
that,
gosh. We have more than one time, more than one time.
okay, I'd love to sit over with a beer, talking about this. Maybe down in Orlando, I can bend your ear. You can tell me some stories. But for our purposes today, let's skip the horror stories about gators or snakes or whatever the case may be. Uh, we're in a time where headlines are, if you get away from Palestine and Israel, headlines are TikTok. The TikTok ban is coming, right? Security. Everybody's worried about Chinese spies and they're infiltrating our systems. With security being such a thing, privacy and security for the user, QR codes, and you're using your
Yeah.
phone. What kind of security do you have built in?
Yeah. Well, security was at the forefront of what we wanted to actually make sure we accomplished before we rolled anything out on the course. So that's the reason why we partnered with Bosch. The Bosch camera that we're using is certified by the government to be used for border security. It's a fully locked down system. So a lot of what happens with some cameras that are imported from other countries is that they're not locked down systems. So that's why we partnered with Bosch, because we knew that the federal government already had a really, really good relationship with them. And then our footage is all securely communicated using Starlink. So there's no breakdown in that. And then it's stored, at Amazon Web Services under a secure system. So it's what the players do with their video from there on out is entirely up to them. But that's our full end to end. There's no infiltration that can happen to our system.
So you got Bosch, which is top line. The U.S. government, you got Starlink, and I think SpaceX is kind of worked
Yep.
in there somewhere, right, with Starlink.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you got some big hitters involved.
Yes, we do. Yep. Yep.
All right. So what about scalability? What challenges you face? Nothing's just a flat line, right? Everything's got ups and downs and peaks and valleys. What kind of challenges have you faced with scalability, and how have you addressed those challenges?
Yeah, initially scalability was we spent probably 9 months last year installing our first 5, 6 systems. And we really had to learn how to do it. Every golf course is a little bit unique, and we're talking about something that's got some infrastructure, and we just had to really learn our process. Now we've got 2 teams that are just ready to be deployed. We can install up to two golf courses a week. So we have an opportunity to scale pretty quickly as soon as we get the right number of customers that are interested in our product.
And there's no limits to the boundaries. I mean, you can't. Maybe India is not going to welcome you. China might have it, but you can go. You can go global.
Yeah, so we've got a partnership already in Scotland where we have a distributor that's actually doing installs this year in Scotland. We've got a course in Ireland that we're doing an install, Druids Glen, coming up in Ireland as well. Um, we can go global because the beautiful thing about using Starlink is that it's all over the planet. The bottom line is that we get power to our camera and to Starlink, we can place our system anywhere.
All right. How about technical challenges? Anything you've faced that you've overcome? Do you want to share?
Oh, for the last couple of years, they're all technical challenges. I think one of the things that we run into is, to make Shot Tracer work with a single camera and not radar, was a lift. It's a lift because the unexpected things happen on golf courses. Like you don't expect, a whole like covey of wren to just fly in front of the camera as someone's hitting a golf ball, and you got to figure out, hey, how do I get the wren out of the golf ball and find the golf ball and trace it, or insects or anything like that. So I think really getting into the environment and putting the camera out in the field and seeing how it's responding and modifying that is what we've really spent a lot of work on over the last, I'd say, 6 to 9 months as well.
Well, I always ask this. I close every interview with the same question. I want you to take your crystal ball out, right? I want you to look into the future, 5 years, 10 years. This is brand new technology we're kind of bringing out to the industry right now. But where do you see real golf in, say, 5 years?
Well, in 5 years, I see us having a pretty significant market penetration all the way across the world of golf. But I also see in the next couple of years, so our technology is going to map into other outdoor sports such as downhill skiing or whitewater rafting. So we really see other opportunities to kind of leverage the technology that we've created to really bring that experience to, you know, both skiers or anybody doing an outdoor activity that really wants to have their video footage that's not going to be kind of like an iPhone where it's kind of like a shaky phone and it can be automatically recorded and sent to them.
So, I mean, this could be theoretically scaled down to, say, Little League Baseball. I mean, can we put a camera behind at a backstop and watch little
Absolutely.
kids?
Absolutely. Yep. Yep. I've actually I've got a college that's actually approached me already and wants us to do just that. Yep.
All right. Well, I'm looking forward to the future. It certainly looks bright. How can people get a hold of you, Kevin, at Real Golf?
Yeah. So realgolf.com. It's ReelGOLF.com. That you go to the website there and you can reach out to us. It's a really good way to do it. And of course, we have, Facebook and Instagram accounts as well. Welcome to reach out in that way as well.
All right. Real Golf, ReelGOLF. So
That's
look for
it.
Kevin, Real Golf, and look for the future.
All right. All right. Well, Rob, thank you very much for your time. I appreciate it.